friends, Marcella here from Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are enjoying your weekend. It's a beautiful day here again in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Zone 8. We've had a lot of sunshine. Many of our spring flowers are blooming, so I will give you a peek of them. Also, the garlic shoots are taken off. They seem to be doing really well. Now, even though we're getting all this sunshine, we still have a chance of frost. And I looked up our last frost date. It says March 10th, which is a little early. Usually it's more like the beginning of April. So I looked at the calendar and it looks like it's gonna freeze again. I'm not ready to plant anything outdoors yet or sow any seeds. I do have already some potatoes in the ground which I planted about 2.5 months ago. So usually I plant them during fall time and winter time when the soil is workable. We've had a pretty mild winter this year, so I was able to do that. Today we're going to discuss what you can plant for your spring crops, more likely cool weather vegetables. Some of these edibles we'll go over can be started indoors and then transplant outdoors after the last danger of frost. Now for root crops such as carrots, parsnips, beets, radishes, rutabagas, and parsnips, if I haven't mentioned that yet, should be sown directly into the soil. Just because if you're planting them indoors, it's not really good for the root development. They are root vegetables, and if you can't put them outdoors yet, more likely the container won't have enough space for the root to grow, so these are best to directly sow into the ground for best results and great yields. Other cool weather crops that we like to grow are peas, leafy greens such as lettuce, spinach, arugula, kale, collard greens, bok choy, and even some hardier greens such as mizuna or claytonia, which is also known as miner's lettuce. Or broccoli and or cauliflower are also cool weather crops. Some of these edibles will germinate in soil temperatures as low as 40 degrees, such as kale, broccoli, and or peas. But I would still wait till you're closer to the last day of frost or plant them at least a week or two before the last day of frost, just to stay on the safe side, so that way your seedlings won't be damaged by the frost or light freeze. There are many websites you can go to learn about your zone as well as frost dates, such as farmersalmanac.com. You can just enter your zip code and or city and state, and they'll show you the last day of frost as well as the first day of frost before fall. I hope that you guys found some of this information helpful. I won't be sowing any seeds yet, probably for another 2 to 3 weeks. Stay tuned. I'll be sowing some seeds indoors, such as tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. Those are going to be my summer crops. I usually start indoors because of our shorter summer, so they do better if I transplant them later in late May or early June. Thanks for tuning in with us at Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend and happy gardening. There are some potatoes sprouting. We actually planted these back in late November, December. I usually plant potatoes in late fall or winter before it freezes, so you can plant them as long as you mulch heavily to prevent them from rotting from too much moisture and or freezing. You can plant potatoes as well in early spring after danger of frost. If you'd like to know more about planting and growing potatoes, check out my videos. It should be under organic gardening. And I believe I do have a playlist for growing potatoes.